Super Tuesday, yes, Joe Biden showing momentum, but Bernie Sanders remains the front runner. And Martha Raddatz has more from Sanders' hometown of Burlington, Vermont, one of the states voting today. Good morning, Martha.
Good morning, Amy. And they are already voting. They lined up right at 7 a.m. This is Bernie Sanders' home state here in Vermont, and he will be voting here in this polling place today. He goes into Super Tuesday with very strong numbers. He has money, he has organization, and strong support, especially with young voters. He feels very strongly that he will take California, which is, of course, the biggest prize, and he is cautiously optimistic about Texas as well. Despite Biden's huge win in South Carolina, Bernie Sanders is not changing his strategy at all. He criticized Joe Biden heavily last night at a rally in Minnesota, calling him part of the political establishment. But he had very kind words for Klobuchar and Buttigieg, trying to welcome his voters to the Sanders campaign. Good luck there, right, George?
That's right. Okay, Martha, thanks very much. Cecilia Vega down in Miami, where Michael Bloomberg is going to meet with supporters today. Cecilia, he spent half a billion dollars already. The big question is he going to do well enough to stay in this race today?
Yeah, well, George, that depends on what happens today. You know this, it's a strategy that has never been tested before. Bloomberg skipped those early contests to focus on today, Super Tuesday, and the numbers, you said it, just astounding so far. He has already spent more than $500 million of his own money on this race, on ads and Super Tuesday contests alone. He has spent more than twice of what all his Democratic rivals have spent combined, but it remains to be seen if this is a winning strategy. He has struggled with women. He has struggled with voters of colors, and of course he had that disastrous first debate. He says he's the guy who can take on Donald Trump. They have not shied away from going head to head on Twitter, but George Bloomberg, you know this, is facing a serious questions this morning about whether he should drop out because he could be siphoning moderates away from Joe Biden.
Let's see what kind of delegates he picks up tonight. Cecilia, thanks for bringing our chief White House correspondent John Carl for more on this right now. Elizabeth Warren is still in the race as well, but she's facing a fair amount of pressure from progressive allies of Bernie Sanders to get out.
Absolutely. The argument from the progressives to Elizabeth Warren is, look, the centrists are coalescing around Joe Biden. It's time for progressives to coalesce around Bernie Sanders. But look, the play for Elizabeth Warren here is to win delegates and hope for a contested convention, bring those delegates in and be a force in Milwaukee. But George, here's the key thing. Two of her home states are voting today. Oklahoma, where she grew up, Massachusetts, that she represents in the Senate. She has to at least win one of those states to show that she can win somewhere.
You'd have to imagine, as we head into tonight as well, the magic number for delegates is 1991. That's the number of delegates a candidate's going to need to win on the first ballot. We'll have a real understanding tonight of whether someone can get there or we're headed toward a contested convention.
No question about it. And look, Bernie Sanders is the one that could pull away tonight. Bernie Sanders won in the West, won in the Midwest, won in New England. Bernie Sanders led in the polls in many of these states going in. The question is, does Biden have the momentum to stop him? Here's what to watch for. If the lead at the end of tonight is less than 200 for Bernie Sanders, I expect that we are headed towards a long, drawn-out free-for-all that goes to the convention.
It could take till tomorrow to count all those votes. John Carney, you're going to be joining us tonight for the special coverage of Super Tuesday. We're going to be here all night long. I'll be anchoring with our whole political team starting at 8 Eastern.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.